Very well, ladies and gentlemen. So, oh my God, we have a tight slap on the face for Barcelona in their Rafinha's pursuit because we're going to talk about that. I'm not going to say why, when, who. Finally, a deal has been verbally agreed for Gabriel Jesus. People believe that why will it? Well, actually, it will take more 7 to 8 days, but it happens by the end of this month. You'd ask why it will take because Jesus is not there. He's on vacation. Lots of problems actually. We're gonna discuss that. Also, Leeds United are looking at a replacement for Rafinha already. Well, I spoke about Cody Gakpo being one of the replacements, but it looks like no. They would want someone from Portugal, and one of them that they have in their mind is Otavio from FC Porto. Whether that could happen or not, we're going to talk about that. And also another update from Gabriel Jesus' source as to why he's going to come to Arsenal. We're also going to talk about that as well. So stay tuned for those kind of news. And if you see daily Arsenal content, the best place to be, consider subscribing. Come on, lads. So the first news is that the Leeds United hierarchy are tired of waiting for a call for Rafinha. Sorry, for a call for Rafinha from Barcelona, and are already negotiating with other clubs for Rafinha. Barcelona have been discarded from the list. Arsenal are now the best positioned team with negotiations going well. This is according to Mundo Deportivo. I would actually agree with it because for once, a player like Rafinha, who literally kept Leeds United alive for the whole of last season, one thing needs to be understood is that they would want to replace him with someone who would have the same impact on the team. So they would want the money up front. They would not want to wait anymore because the preseason has to kick in, the new player has to get in and has to gel well with the team. So I personally believe that this could be true. This could be true. But since coming from Mundo Deportivo, I don't want to believe it 100%. But David Ornstein has an update about Rafinha. He says, we know there's a relationship between Deco and Edu. Arsenal's technical director. We hear he is a player that Mikel Arteta really would like. Also, Fabrizio Romano confirms that Arsenal are negotiating on both Gabriel Jesus and Rafinha right now. And Gunnar Blog has spoken about Rafinha as well. We have a lot of update about Rafinha, so that one photo and we literally are going to dump the news about it. So Gunnar Blog says that Arsenal, they do have a bit more flexibility financially at the present time. They really like this player. We know Arsenal are keen, but we don't think there's any serious intensive negotiations at this point between the two clubs. So, Gunnar Blog, via athletic.uk, there is no serious negotiations regarding the two clubs. Well, we'll see about that, whether that is true or not. David Ornstein also opened up about Lisandro Martinez. He says Arsenal are really strongly in for him. So we'll see how that develops. They may face some competition. But I think more than competition, I think the only team that would want to compete with Arsenal would be Manchester United. But they are also seeking Anthony now, and even according to I think Mike Verwey, I don't remember, but Ajax do not want to sell a lot of players right away. So Edson Alvarez, Leipzig want Alvarez. There's so many players of Ajax that everyone wants right now. So they have hiked everyone's prices. Now we all know that Anthony to Manchester United was about to happen at 40 million euros, but it looks like they've hiked their price for Anthony as well, so that they could fend off interest from a lot of clubs. Let's see how that will turn out to be. But Ben Jacobs has confirmed on facing what is happening between Leicester City and Arsenal regarding Yuri Tielemans. He says, this is part of the gamesmanship of the transfer window. It is not impossible that Arsenal get Tielemans and Vieira. It's just as a little bit less likely before the month is out. He also says Arsenal have put a heck of a lot of work into this Tielemans deal, dating back a year. They've agreed terms with the player, but at no point have they tabled an offer. Tielemans isn't off the table, but it's true Arsenal have backed off for now. There will be some negotiation. Arsenal always wanted to pay £25 million. Leicester always wanted closer to 30 million, 31 million, 32 million. Leicester may ask for add-ons on top of that rather than splitting the difference. They would still have to come to some compromise. Ben Jacobs also opened up about Gabriel Jesus. He says, Jesus, as I understand it from sources, is sold under the Arteta and Arsenal strategy. Based upon a focal in the team, The terms will be probably see him earn 220k a week. I believe verbally Arsenal and Manchester City have agreed upon a fee. Manchester City want 45 million pounds as a base fee, maybe a little bit extra if you count the add-ons. Those that are likely to be guaranteed, I think that deal, Jesus to Arsenal, is highly, highly likely and will probably be completed over the next 7 to 10 days. So even Ben Jacobs said that the verbal agreement has been done. So Gabriel Jesus to Arsenal by the end of this month, ladies and gentlemen, and you cannot think otherwise. So let's see whether how that will turn out to be. But for now, let's talk about what is Leeds doing to replace Rafinha. So it looks like Jogo also posted this, if I remember, yes. And even Pedro Sepulveda, the one who actually opened up about the news that Arsenal have signed Fabio Vieira. Pedro says that, there was a report that Leeds have had a 30 million euros offer for Otavio, rejected by Porto. He plays attacking midfielder, winger. Wonder if Leeds have started making plans for life after Rafinha. Now, technically they have, but here's the problem. Now, there were news that Aston Villa are interested in Otavio and they have made a proposal which has been said it's not true. Pedro Sepulveda believes that it's completely false that Aston Villa have made a proposal for Otavio. FC Porto did reject this Wednesday a proposal of 30 million euros from Leeds United. Porto only sells Otavio for the termination clause, which today is not 60 million. So only release clause, which is somewhere closer to 60 million. That's the only price tag that I think that's Leeds want something similar in terms of Rafinha is concerned, that they're asking for the same amount which they would have to pay for Otavio, or similar to that for Otavio, which is like karma. So talking about Pablo Mari, Hellas Verona are interested in signing him, according to Gianluca Di Marzio. So let's get it done. Let's get him out. Also, even Fabrizio said that Arsenal and Man City still working on Jesus deal. Talks also in progress on player side. Take some time as it's a big deal. With key details now discussed, Arsenal are negotiating on both Gabriel and Rafinha deals with lots of competition on Leeds one. So let's see. Also, Arsenal is really strongly pushing for Lisandro Martinez, reported by David Ornstein. We actually spoke about that. So another report which suggests that why Chelsea would be out of Rafinha deal as well. Ben Jacobs has confirmed that, has been told that Chelsea are likely to prioritize Raheem Sterling over Ousmane Dembele. If they do want the latter, still they'll have to agree something pretty fast. Dembele continues, as you'd expect from a player with no other formal option to date, to say he's staying without actually signing it. So let's see how that will come up with. Ousmane Dembele, but they would go for Raheem Sterling. If they go for Raheem Sterling, they're not looking at Rafinha. So the third choice of Rafinha would be Arsenal. So let's see. Also, Fabio Lucio, the latest to follow Arsenal on Arsenal's Insta page. Igor Braga on the left of Jesus has been following for quite some time now. Both from what is known that they're season ticket holders at City, and all three of them are family friends and close to Gabriel Jesus' circle. So yes, they're following Arsenal, ladies and gentlemen, and you know why. Well, South American football expert Tim Vickery on Edu says that extremely mixed. Look at some of the deals he's done with some of his compatriots. I wonder if he's close to certain agents. Goes on to praise signing of Gabriel, but critical of David Luiz and Willian deals. Let's see how that will turn out to be. And also David Ornstein about Tielemans said that Tielemans to Arsenal could require an outgoing to happen. Let's see. Gonna blog on Matt Turner says, I know they think very, very highly of him at Arsenal. So yes. Also, coming from Ajax, Telegraph.Netherlands, Ajax are ready to break their transfer record to sign Steve Bergwijn. Club happy to sell Aller or Edson Alvarez to finance the deal. There are some others, however, they cannot stop from leaving, like Lisandro Martinez. The price will be high. They will want to make the most out of selling their more players. Let's see. With this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you see daily Arsenal content, best place to be, consider subscribing. Let me know what you guys think about the Gabriel Jesus deal getting done before the end of this window. Before the end of this month. And then we might go for Lisandro Martinez and Yuri Tielemans for the next month. So July is going to be super interesting as well. With this, I'd like to end this episode. Cheers. I'll see you in the next one.